is money beneficial?
To live.
To live? I don't think you need money to live.
Why not?
Because if I had no money right now, I'd still be alive.
Okay, for how long?
Very long time. I could probably live to my 80s.
Quantify.
I would
Why
just get
your
free food.
80s?
I would just like go to homeless shelters and get free food
Why is it definitive that they'll always have free food?
because that's what homeless shelters do.
But that's not a definitive for why they'd always have it.
So are you saying I have to prove why they will always have food?
No, I'm saying there's a possibility that the homeless shelter you may go to may not have food. You'd have to assert the possibility of them.
Okay, so if they don't have
having
food, I would
always
just go to a
food.
different one that did have food.
Why do you think that's possible?
Why do I think that's possible?
Yeah.
Because there's a homeless shelter out there with food, and I'm gonna go eat it
Why?
because I'll be hungry.
I don't think you can ever demonstrate that there will always be a hunger shelter out there with food.
Right now, in this current
I
day
don't
and
think
age.
I don't think that doesn't apply to your argument.
Why?
Okay, because the initial premise or the initial gist of your argument is that you would live to your 80s off these homeless shelters. And I'm saying that's only possible if the homeless shelters always have food. You need to prove that there's a definitive that these homeless shelters would always have food and
So
enough food for you to live to your 80s.
if I literally bust out the calculator on you and calculate how much food they have, and if it equals to 80 years old, you'll concede.
I didn't say that. You can't even
That's basically what you're asking me. That's basically what you're asking me.
That's not what I'm saying.
I can prove that right now.
Because that's not proving they'll always have food. You're
No,
proving a quantification of the amount of food they would have. You would need to prove they have that amount of food that you're about to put in your calculator first.
Okay.
You're presupposing something with that KE equation.
When I meant always, I literally I meant till I die. I'm sorry, I have to specify that.
Till you die?
Yeah, like till I die.
Okay,
Yeah, until like I die of natural causes.
Quantify when you die.
Like if I can't quantify when I die, I could give an average.
So then you're okay. So if you can't quantify, so you wouldn't use the human average.
Yeah, can we use the human average?
I mean, it's your argument. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so like, when do humans die usually? Like 80? 70?
The male human average is around 74.
Okay, so now if I bust out the calculator and get 75 years,
yeah, Dre, you're gonna die soon. 70.
You're still not proving the part of your argument that needs to be proven.
What part?
Okay, right. In order for you to perform this KE equation, right, you would need to prove the homeless shelters in the first place would have set amount of food you're using in the KE equation.
Okay, so I have to go to homeless shelters and find out how much food they have.
I mean, sure. Go.
You want me to call a homeless shelter? You want me to call a homeless shelter right now while I'm on Discord with you?
Not a homeless shelter, all of them.
No, I mean like in my area, so I have to live off my area.
Okay, but all of them in your area.
So like I'm saying, like if all of them in my area have enough food for 75 years, well, I'm already like 17, so if they have enough food for how much ever long I live in my area, would you concede?
No.
Why?
Because that's only one part of your argument proven.
That's my entire argument.
That's only one part of your argument proven in order for it to work.
My whole argument is that I'm just gonna live off of homeless shelters until I'm gonna die.
And I'm saying there's multiple aspects to your argument, such as, okay, right, let's say you go off this point, you would still need to measure the amount of quantification of food and water you need to live till 70.
All right, so let's search that up first. Let's start with that.
I don't want to start with that. Already on that other point. We move on to that if I lost that point, which I didn't.
Okay, so what do you want me to prove right now?
Back to the homeless. Okay, right? The homeless shelter. You want to do it. You said you want to whip out the calculator, right? I don't know if you know your own equation, but in order for you to whip out your KE equation to like quantify how much, you would need to ask every homeless shelter in your area and prove they'd always have that amount of food at all times.
You want to call?
Because I don't know how you're going to prove they'll always have that amount of food at all times. Not even they can determine that.
You could definitely determine that with math.
That's a possibility. I'm saying, right, anything could happen. Someone else could also have the same idea and take apart that quantification. The variables of okay, so it's a homeless shelter, right? They disperse food to different amount of people, right? The variables of them dispersing that amount of food need to be consistent, or you don't know how much people actually enter that homeless shelter every day. it could change. It could be from 1 to 10, and they could have the less amount of quantity of food you need in order to survive for the 70 years.
Kentai.
I'm saying there's too much variables. What?
Kentai. What if my homeless shelter, right, was given a grant of whatever the fuck money? Let's just say 20 million, right? Like, just for example. And there's like, for example, like 100,000 people in my town, right?
Okay.
And even if all 100,000 people ate, they would still have enough money to feed me till I'm 75. If I proved that, would you concede?
No.
Why?
Because that's dumb. You're still negating other variables.
What, you think there's like another 100,000 people that are going to come?
No, it needs to be consistent. Because the thing
I'm
is,
saying,
right, your argument only varies off of a point in time of a day or two, right?
that wasn't my argument.
That's what I'm saying what your argument is doing. I didn't say that was your argument. I'm saying that's what your argument only proves, right? The issue is, what you're not understanding is that after, let's say you do this hypothetical, right? Let's say you fulfill this hypothetical. You would need to prove that hypothetical consistent with no problems, lack of workers in the homeless shelter, or the possibility of the homeless shelter being run down. You need to defeat every variable that attacks your consistency for 70 years.
All right, I'm going to drop this whole point and I'm just going to steal 75 years worth of food.
You're just going to steal 75 years worth of food?
And what? Yes.
How would you quantify that?
I'm going to run up in the grocery store with my gun and steal 75 years worth of food.
I said, how would you quantify that? I didn't say, how would you do that?
How would I do it?
I would. I said, how would you? I said, I didn't ask how you would do it. I asked, how would you quantify that?
What do you mean quantify it? Like, what do you mean?
How would you quantify the amount of food that would last you 75 years? You know,
I would just do like basic math or like rations and shit.
Okay, right. You do math and rations, right? But you'd also have to consider the expiration date.
Yeah, no, I would get canned food. Canned food doesn't it takes years to expire.
That's fine. That doesn't defeat the fact that
would all go into calculations. I would be like, if this food expires, then I'll get this amount of food and this amount of food. I would do math. That's just all math. And then there's refrigerators, like frozen food. It's just all math.
So you would still So how would you quantify that?
Like, you want me to do the math right now?
My question. No, give me the KE equation setup.
All right, so hold on. Let's bust out the calculator.
Well, I didn't ask for your calculation.
Nigga, you just said quantify it.
I said give me the KE setup. Give me the equation, the setup.
Oh, so all right. So hold on. Let me write it down as I'm doing it. So the average human. You said 75, right?
74. Yeah, they live around 74 years. Yeah.
I'll just say 74 or 75.
Okay.
And then, how much is like an average hand pistol?
A what?
Like a pistol. How much is an average pistol?
Handgun? It depends on where you are. Down here is like $65.
A gun? I'm in New York. Gun laws are way different up here.
Yeah, a handgun you can get for like 65, 70 down here. Like on your average handgun.
The average handgun in New York is $250 to $500.
Okay.
$250 to $500, and then I'm gonna walk there.
Okay.
Do you care if I steal a shopping cart?
You steal a shopping, go crazy.
Yeah, because I gotta get away. I gotta take all of it. You know what? Fuck that. I'm not gonna walk there. I'm gonna drive there. So gas money is like what, $5 right now. So from my house to there is like 15 minutes. So we'll just say like $20 and
that has to do their KE setup, but okay.
$20 in a setup, bro. $20 gas. And then I'm gonna steal a bunch of canned food. How do you want me to do that?
What do you mean?
Don't
ask me. It's your hypothetical. I just check it at the end. You do whatever you want, nigga.
How much canned food do you need to live? Mike. How much canned?
Are you really this determined, Jayrock?
Food? Yes, I'm gonna prove it.
Because that's also presupposing the police wouldn't come in a amount of time. And you're also presupposing no one else would attack you because you're only one person with one handgun. And that's also presupposing you have the aim. You have a lot of things to prove within this hypothetical. That's why I said go crazy.
The Canned Food Alliance says that the minimum amount of food you need is 2 cans of food per person per day for 12 days.
Okay.
You want me to write that down?
I mean, I don't care. We have a lot of things to go through this hypothetical.
Okay, so then now I have the canned food. Now I have it all in my possession. And
Why would
then
you have it in your possession?
because I just stole it.
You're presupposing that no one would stop you.
You think who do you think's gonna stop me?
People in the grocery store.
Like random civilians?
Yeah.
I think that's highly unlikely. I feel like employees would stop me more than that.
That someone's still stopping you.
All right, so like, do you want to go like? I think I could beat up the average person. No, I have a gun. I have a gun. I'm gonna shoot them. I'm gonna kill them.
That's presupposing you have to aim to shoot multiple targets at once.
I don't think anybody's gonna even try me if I have a gun.
Why not?
Because they're gonna die.
You know, it's within usual story. Wait, why would they automatically die? You know, people's been shot before and lived, right?
Well, they're like, nigga. Obviously, they might not die instantly, but like they're gonna like not get up. Like they're fucking shot.
Why not? If they get shot in the arm, they'll still stand. They can still.
I'm not gonna
up.
shoot them in their arm. I'm gonna like shoot them in their chest.
That's presupposing you'll make it.
I have good aim.
Why? Why?
You know what? You know what? Let's get on camera right now and I'll throw something at something. And we see if I have good aim.
Why does throwing something equivocate to shooting it?
You want me to go get a gun? Let's go. You know what? Let's go get a gun.
Go get a
You want me
gun.
to go get a gun right now?
Sure.
All right, bet. I don't have a gun, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Bro, there's no way he's.
So then you can't prove that burden. So you can't prove that burden. Nice. Okay, so now we have the burden of. You
okay, so then I'm gonna get rid of the gun. I'm gonna get rid of the gun and get
Okay.
I'm gonna get a machete. No, not a machete. I'm gonna get I'm gonna strap a grenade to my chest.
So you're gonna kill yourself.
No. I'm not gonna like make it explode. I'm gonna be like, if you try me, I'm gonna like blow everything up.
Okay.
How much is a grenade?
That's presupposing they'll heed that threat.
You think that there's somebody crazy enough to like run up to a guy with a grenade in his hand?
Yeah, that's possible. Most likely.
I don't think there's I think that's like blatant ignorance.
Nah, I don't think that's being dishonest because most people don't care about their well-being, but care about the beings of others. Like army people are an example.
Yeah, but like we're not talking about army people. We're talking about grocery stores.
Okay, what's the possibility of a person in the army being in a grocery store? What the fuck?
It's very low.
Why?
Because they're in Ukraine.
I catch a retired veteran like almost 1 every 3 times I go to the store.
Well, that's you, not me. I don't.
Fine, I'm not saying you don't have to.
I don't like ever see veterans where I'm at.
You don't have to. We're talking within a neutral sense. I don't care about your local stores, and I don't even care about mine. I'm just trying to bring what I see in a neutral sense because if we're talking about this, and we're talking about this would be in a neutral setting, in a neutral world with a neutral store.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm just a girl. So
why? Wait, whoa! Why is it a neutral? Why is it not in my neighborhood? We've been talking about my area for the longest now.
Why? No, we haven't.
Yes, we have. I've blatantly said my area multiple times.
We've been talking about your area in terms of neutrality.
Yeah, so we could determine how it would be for me. That's what we're talking about. My area.
No, in neutrality, because the only reason we talked about your area is because you tried to use that to justify a point. Now that we're back to it, talking about a neutral sense, because my main premise was I need money to live, and you're trying to disprove that premise.
Kentai, I've been saying this entire time. And this entire time, I've been like, I'm going to call my homeless shelter so I can see how I would do it.
That's fine. That's to justify your previous point. We're on a new point.
No, it's not to justify. That's not to justify this neutral setting. It's to justify how I'm going to do it in my area. Because I'm going to do it in my area.
I don't care. I don't care how you'll do it in your area. In a debate, the problem is
the whole debate has been happening for no reason.
You're talking. That's not true either.
My
follow or track your debates, my boy. Do you not know how to follow or do you not know how to follow or track your debates?
You said tractor debates? What?
You don't know how to follow a formatted debate?
What do you think we've been debating about this whole time, Kentai?
Why I need
money, all right? And then I was like, you don't need money. And then I started talking about my area.
Yeah, that's just not applicable.
What?
It's not applicable.
What do you mean it's not applicable?
We're talking my sense. I said it. I need money.
Okay, so do you want to transfer over to your area? Give me your IP.
No, we need a neutral area. No,
give me your IP right now. We can't proceed in dialect unless you give me your IP right now.
I mean, look, grocery stores are better than New York ones.
Show me the front and back of your credit card and 3 digits right now.
Because we could prove. Because if it was,
what are you laughing for? I'm dead ass.
We can prove both of our odds.
I'm dead ass right now. Show me the front and back of your card. How much money you have in your bank, your
I don't
grocery store.
care,
How many
deadass.
veterans be
I
around your
don't
grocery
care,
store? How
deadass.
many homeless shelters be around? Let me show me your gun.
I didn't
Show me
make
your dick.
any of those
Show me your dick.
claims.
I think your dick is applicable in this debate. I think your dick is applicable in this
I
debate.
take your concession. Put it in the
I'll take your concession. I'll take your concession. Thank you. Put it in the announcements, guys. I beat Hentai. I beat Kentai. I beat Kentai.
You did not beat me.
I slammed you.
Did not slam.
Show me your dick.
What the
What's
fuck?
wrong?
Okay, so then you're compromising dialectics. Thank you.
How the fucking word? How's my
I
dick
think
relevant?
your dick is applicable in this situation.
Man, I don't know why. This is why.
The reason of?
The reason of because if somebody charges you and you might land on your dick, depending how big your dick is, it might hurt more or less. And then that would go into how you would finish your robbery. So I think it's very consistent.
But I never made the claim I robbed someone.
No, I'm saying it's possible that you could land on your dick.
Okay, but I never made the claim. So why are you asserting possibility on a claim I never
Yeah,
made?
but if we're going in this neutral setting, I think we need to like figure out how big our dicks are in this setting. So
No.
if we don't know how big our dicks are in
I
this
still
setting.
have the only claim I made was I need money to live.
Now that I understand that we're in this neutral environment, we need to know how big our dicks are because there's a possibility
I gotta go to
we
work.
land on our dicks.
Well, I'm going to work.
Yeah, go get that money for no reason.
Well,
Bye.
I mean, judging off this nigga, he actually might be so. Sadly.
So I just think we need. I think we need a quantification of our dicks. So.
No.
Yeah. So go ahead and turn your camera on for me.
The fuck?
Hey, you're compromising dialectics.
Where are my AirPods?
So like